talk about friends, girlfriends. Your BFFs, your friends you have, from the time you're little girls, and then you can have,
there are those
male or female and all of that.
Yeah.
But there's something about girlfriends, at least in our generation especially, you grow up, you have your best friend.
I think everybody has that. But now for me, we just got finished talking about me joining the singles group. I was in the singles group. When I joined the singles group, it wasn't to meet a guy.
Right.
It's not that I don't like guys, but the thing is I was doing it for the activities. But I'll tell you what, I met some of the best girlfriends in the whole world because we have gone to Cabo, we've gone to Cancun, they went to Nashville with me when I wanted to sing in Nashville. Best friends.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you can, and of course, any time in life, I think you can meet a best friend, a potential best friend.
Now, you have some from when you were younger.
I do. Well, when I was, my childhood, I had I had a few really good friends in grade school. And in high school, I met my best friend, and we see each other more now. We're in a book club and stuff, but I hadn't seen her in years, except once in a while. We'd maybe try to get together and go to lunch or something like that. But some of the people who I feel like were the greatest friends, the most loyal, the best friends, there's about 3 or 4 of them, and we lost touch, and I'm sure that was probably my fault. I was terrible when I was young. I was just partying and drinking way too much, and I was just, big long story there. But, we kind of went our separate ways, and they were really, really good friends. And I'm kind of in touch with one of them now, and I'd like to be in touch with a couple of the other ones, and maybe down the road that will happen. But what I'm saying is there's been also friends that I have met along the way who I became best friends with. A couple people you just click with immediately. You're sitting out and you're drinking, or I don't mean you have to be drinking, but you're sitting out socializing, you're relaxing, and you wind up sitting across from someone. You start talking to her, and you just talk all night like you've known each other for years. So it's kind of a neat thing.
Yeah. What is the saying? Girlfriends are the sisters that you choose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's almost like a soulmate. You just
it is.
are going to marry them.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. And, I've got a really good friend, a best friend now that we've been friends for years and years and years. And I just think that it's a special bond. There's really something like a sisterhood, kind of like you said, But on the other side of that coin, I think especially when you're young, there's a thing with girls, and I don't know if you experienced it, but there's always been this thing, if you get 3 of them together, somebody's left out, and my mom used to say that all the time, like if we wanted to have friends over or something, if you had, 3, if you invited 3 friends over, that's fine, but you couldn't invite 2, because if there's 3 people, one person's left out all the time. And I've seen that over the years, and it kind of happens. I don't know what the deal is.
It doesn't happen with my group at all. We have 3, 4.
Well, I don't think as adults, like especially in our age.
Younger, you're saying.
Oh, I mean when you're. I guess I should say childhood.
Oh yeah.
That's a female, and I know it's a stereotype, but I've never seen guys do it. Guys, they kind of fascinated me in a way with when it comes to friendship, because they don't have the drama. If they have a problem with something, they just come right out and say it. They say what's on their mind. I know Mike always jokes that some of his best friends he met after a fight, after they were in a fight, because they get it over with. And women, you tend to hang on, and there's these grudges, and you're pissed off, but you don't want to say why, and there's not all the time, but I've seen it a lot. There's this drama, and it's like, it sucks. The drama really sucks. And I think as you get older, you get away from that, which is really refreshing and really nice.
Don't you think you develop friendships that don't have that drama?
Yeah.
Because when you're young and it's everybody you meet is a potential friend, but then you find out you have drama, and you just gradually start working out that even as girlfriends or BFFs, you figure out who you got things in common with.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's true. Yeah, that's true. And and I think it gets richer too as you get older. You're wiser. You know better what you're going to tolerate and what you're not. So I think it makes the things that you do decide to put your energy into all the more.
And don't you think you quit sweating the small stuff too?
Yes,
sometimes,
absolutely.
Sometimes it's just like it. I just say to myself a lot of times, it doesn't matter. Sometimes I have to repeat that to myself a lot. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But But really, truly, it doesn't matter. If in 5 years you're not going to remember what you got mad about, and it doesn't affect somebody's life, or it's not, nobody's going to die, nothing's going to happen, does it really matter?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. You know, and I found too, I think getting older, and this is part of it, I find myself becoming more friends with even some family members and my sister-in-law and people like that who, 20 years ago I wouldn't have thought, well, she's family, she's my sister-in-law, she's not a friend. And now it's like, yeah, she's a friend, she's a dear friend.
Yeah, and I think at our age, at least I started to value family and friends so much more.
Me too.
Because you don't know when somebody's going to pass away or something like that. So everything that I do, every person that I meet, every person that's been in my life, I just look at them and I just value them so much more.
Yeah.
I'm going back and really appreciating some of my older aunts and uncles and stuff too, because I think when I was younger, I always felt like maybe they were looking at me going, oh, she's a little troublemaker, or, she's in trouble, or and you always think they're judging you. Right. And then as you get older, you're like, oh man, I still love them, and hopefully they still love me no matter what I did, and they accept me. They accept me for who I am.
You appreciate family. You realize. I know when my dad died, my dad had cancer, and my brothers and sisters and I had to get together, and we had to decide, what routes of treatment. And my dad kind of put it in our hands. It was either just go through some treatment or actually have surgery. And he was elderly, and the doctor said he was actually in good shape for surgery despite his age. Anyway, we got together, and we started getting together with that kind of thing. Dad did wind up dying, and we all went through that together, and we realized my mom and dad really did the most awesome thing. The way they raised us, it was like, no matter what, we're family. We're brothers and sisters. We stand together. And whenever we would have disagreements, especially about important things like this, like maybe the treatment or something, we'd say, wait, Dad would not want us to do this. Dad doesn't want us to fight. And we went through this with my mom. She was in a home for 4 years recently. She died. It'll be a year next month already, which I can't believe. But, Mom's care and treatment the last 4 years, we had to get together several times. And we butted heads a few times, but it was always like, stop. Mom does not want us to argue. Mom wants us to. And we really got close. I feel so close to my siblings now, more than I ever have been in my whole life. It's pretty neat,
And like I said, we just start valuing it more.
I think. Yeah, I think so. So we've got to track about the girlfriends, but it's the same thing. Friends that you have for life, that's wonderful. And friends that you meet along the way, if it's the right person. But forget the drama. Life is way too short.
Yeah, life is too short. You enjoy the friends you've got, and don't be afraid to make new friends.
Exactly. So we are out of time. We're always out of time. But anyway, thanks for joining us.
Sorry.
That's okay. This is real. This is not scripted, obviously.
Hold on.
But anyway, just catch us the episodes online on IncredibleBuzz.com or Facebook page. And remember, life should be
an incredible buzz.